Imagine standing in an ancient world with nothing protecting you. No helmet, no shield, no thick clothing, no metal between your body and danger. Your skin is exposed. Your bones are exposed. Your head, the most fragile and important part of you, is exposed. And somewhere nearby, another human is holding a stone, a spear, or a sharpened blade. For most of our early history, the human body was both our greatest tool and our greatest weakness. We could run, we could climb, we could throw, we could think, but we could also be injured. And eventually, humans discovered a new idea. If nature did not give us shells like turtles, thick hides like rhinos, or protective scales like reptiles, we could build protection ourselves. We could wear it. That was the beginning of armor. But armor was not invented in one place. There was no first blacksmith who suddenly created a perfect suit of metal. The story began much earlier, with fear, necessity, and a simple question. What can I put between my body and harm? The first armor was probably not shiny. It was probably not metal. It may have been animal hide, thick fur, leather, layers of plant fiber, bark, wood, cloth, anything that could soften impact, block thorns, reduce the force of a strike, or protect skin from the world. The problem is that the earliest armor is almost invisible to archaeology. Leather rots, textile decays, plant fibers disappear, wood breaks down. A suit of bronze can survive for thousands of years beneath the earth, but a padded hide vest may leave almost nothing behind. That means the oldest armor may be missing from history simply because it was made from materials too fragile to survive. Still, the logic is easy to understand. Ancient humans already wore animal skins for warmth. They already knew that layered hide could be tough. They already knew that thick material could protect against cold, rough ground, branches, and animal bites. At some point, people may have realized that the same materials could protect against other humans too. A thick hide could not stop every weapon, but it could make a strike less effective. It could reduce cuts. It could absorb force. And in a dangerous world, even a small amount of protection could matter. This is the first secret of armor. Armor was never about becoming invincible. It was about surviving the one moment that might otherwise end you. But as weapons changed, armor had to change too. A simple hide might protect against scratches and glancing blows. It might help against thorns, weather, and rough travel. But a sharp stone point, a heavy club, or a spear could create a different kind of threat. And humans began searching for stronger materials. Then came metal. At first, metal was rare. Copper had to be extracted from stone. Bronze required copper and tin, often brought together through long trade networks. Metal was expensive, difficult to shape, difficult to transport, and difficult to replace. So early metal armor was not something everyone could own. It was a sign of wealth, a sign of status, a sign that someone had access to materials, skilled craftspeople, and power. The first metal protection often focused on the head. That makes sense. A wounded arm might still allow someone to run. A wounded leg might still allow someone to crawl. But the head was different. Protecting it could mean the difference between returning home and never returning at all. Ancient helmets made from copper, bronze, leather, and other materials began appearing in different parts of the world. Some were simple caps. Others were carefully shaped to follow the skull. Some included cheek guards. Some added neck protection. Some were decorated with animals, horns, symbols, or precious materials. A helmet was never just protection. It was also a message. It told everyone nearby. This person expects danger. This person has prepared for it. This person may be important, but protecting only the head was not enough. The chest, shoulders, and torso contained the organs that kept the body alive. And so armor began spreading across the body. One solution was scale armor. Small pieces of metal, leather, or hardened material could be attached in overlapping rows. Like fish scales, each piece covered part of the one below it. This created flexibility. A solid metal shell could protect well, but it could also make movement difficult. Scale armor allowed a person to bend, turn, lift, and walk while still carrying protection. Another solution was lamellar armor. Instead of sewing small pieces onto a backing, people laced plates together with cord or leather. It was strong, repairable, and adaptable. If one small plate was damaged, the entire suit did not need to be replaced. This was important because armor was expensive. It had to last, it had to be repaired, it had to be passed down, and it had to work in the real world, not just look impressive. One of the most extraordinary ancient examples is the Dendra panoply from Mycenaean Greece. It was made from large bronze plates that covered much of the body, along with shoulder guards, a collar, and a helmet. It looks almost futuristic, like something from a science fiction film, but it was built more than 3,000 years ago. The Dendra armor shows how far humans had already taken the idea of wearable protection. They were no longer simply wrapping material around the body. They were engineering a moving shell. But it had a problem. Weight. Every piece of armor creates a trade. More protection means more material. More material means more weight. More weight means more heat, less speed, and more exhaustion. A warrior in heavy armor might survive a blow that would injure someone else. But they may also move more slowly. They may struggle to run. They may need more food, more water, and more strength. Armor was never perfect. It was always a compromise between protection and movement. And this is why different societies created different kinds of armor. A rider may need something different from a foot soldier. A hunter may need something different from a palace guard. A person fighting in hot weather may need something lighter than someone moving through cold mountains. Some cultures favored padded cloth. Others used leather. Others built with scales. Others used bronze plates. Later, iron and steel would transform armor again. But the central problem never changed. How much protection can a human wear without becoming too slow to survive? This question created an ancient arms race. When weapons became sharper, armor had to become tougher. When armor became tougher, weapons changed again. A stronger spear point, a heavier axe, a more powerful bow, a better blade. Each new invention forced another response. Armor did not end danger. It changed the shape of danger. And perhaps that is the deepest reason humans invented it. Armor is not only protection, it is anticipation. A person wears armor because they imagine something bad happening before it happens. They prepare for a future threat. They carry the memory of danger on their body. That is a uniquely human kind of invention. A turtle does not choose its shell. A porcupine does not design its quills. But humans looked at their own vulnerable skin and said, "This is not enough." Then they used animal hide, fiber, wood, copper, bronze, iron, and eventually steel, to build the protection nature never gave them. Armor began with fear, but it also began with imagination, the imagination to look at danger and believe that the body could become harder to break. Which fact surprised you the most? What mystery should Whyora explore next? If you enjoy uncovering nature's hidden secrets, don't forget to subscribe.